Thank you for sharing, Mudbud, that you might lurk more than usual because you just took an edible. Howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. We're doing art. Art, art, art. We got two more villagers left to draw. We got Gonzo up first, and we got Opal coming in last. So, yippee, yahoo! No point in dilly-dallying. We know how it works by now. We grab Renee as our height comparison. And then rock and roll. I've got an idea with Gonzo. And here's hoping I'm able to do it right. There she is. Gonzo's gonna be a little shorty. Since he just a koala. Koalas be small. Am I loud enough? Can you hear me? It's tough to tell when I'm doing art streams because I'm looking down, you know? Make my brush a little bit bigger. Do. Okay. But yeah, don't ever. I'm excited for Opal. I'm excited for Opal too. She's got probably the most fun colors. I can't remember if I mentioned this to you guys on stream, but I definitely was talking to Allison about how Opal is fun because she's green. And how she just doesn't have, like, a real human color on her anywhere. You know, everyone else we've been able to kind of collect, like color pick something off of them to become like a human skin tone, and Opal has, I guess we could roll with the brown bits on her, but she's predominantly green, so it just makes her really interesting. Good day, welcome. Howdy. Currently working on my Cringe-tober, so, oh yeah, you had mentioned this. Cringe-tober is the one where you just like draw things that you like but are cringe? Is that the gimmick? Who decides what is cringe though? Like, is My Little Pony cringe? Would it be cringe for me, even though I'm a gal? And like that's kind of like I was the target audience. So is it cringe for me to like My Little Pony? Sometimes I wish we got like new My Little Pony. I think it'd be fun. I don't want it to look like Friendship is Magic either. Honestly? Okay. You ready for the hottest of hot takes? There's a prompt list made for it. It includes things that are typically considered cringe. Can you... So what's Cringe-tober day 1? What's the prompt for that one? But yeah, my flaming super hot take? I think Friendship is Magic looks ugly. I think it was incredibly iconic. There's a reason why it blasted off in popularity. Why there was a time where you could not see fan art for anything without there being a pony version. Cloud Strife, there he is as a pony. Nier, there they are as ponies. Well, actually, I think Nier was too late on the go, but yeah. I think it's ugly. I think that ain't a pony. That's a bug. That's a bug with hair. So yeah, I'd love for My Little Pony to come back around and for it to get another new art style, because that's something they've always gotten new art styles. Overpowered is cringe? How is overpowered cringe? Maybe I just like cringe things. But yeah, My Little Pony has traditionally gotten like unique art styles like every generation. And so just makes sense. A new gen. You know, I want him to be really looking up. And also I want him to have a pretty round face too. You'll notice his arms are pretty thin. And that I'm doing that on purpose. I want him to, you know, that thing where someone's built, like, generally kind of large and then they got, like, these skinny little arms. That's what we're doing. Some of the prompts are pretty vague, but the creator has a YouTube channel explaining the prompts. Well, I hope you have fun. I forgot that October is traditionally handy. Like how I drew all those fingers and then decided to make the hand at a completely different angle. I forgot that October is traditionally the prompt-tember, as it were. Prompt-tober for the art community. I remember back when it was just Inktober. Then everyone wanted to do their own thing. Okay. He's a little too short, so we're gonna... There we go. Maybe a little bit taller. Just a smidge. Okay. There he is. There he begins. Let's save. File save. You're assuming by overpowered they mean Mary Sue? Well, that's completely different, isn't it? Goku was overpowered. Superman is overpowered. But, but it's only a problem if it's a woman? And that's not what I'm saying, you're saying. I'm saying that I think Mary Sue has become a catch-all phrase to end up just shitting on female characters. And I think a lot of people don't even realize that it's become that. So yeah. Also, Mary Sue's are, like, they'll be overpowered, but but I would argue that's far from the most notable element of a classic Mary Sue. Okay. Gonzo. Okay. Gonzo. Gonzo. Let's do it. Let's start with this big ol' nose. And his big ol' smile. It's so funny seeing renders of Gonzo where he's all glumpy looking. It's like, who are you? The Gonzo I know. Like, yeah, he's a cranky villager, but the Gonzo I know is a jolly fellow. Good guy. A good, happy guy. Actually, I wanted. There we go. Now he's a good, happy guy. Okay, we're playing with facial hair, which is why I'm coming in all sort of nervous. Because he's got it. He's definitely got to have like a mustache, like a this maneuver. Then it probably goes up onto his chin. Great, let me make his mouth a little bit lower. Just a smidger-dee-doo. There we go. So we got plenty of room for his upper lip there. I don't know, man, I'm just trying. That's alright. My goal is to actually complete it because I only got to day, like, 11 last year. Dude, the daily art challenges can be really tough. I've done them before, and it is so... You definitely see the days where it's like... And then I was tired that day. So, you know, I kind of rushed through it, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And that's why the term Mary Sue is cringe, twins. You know what? Touche. I've taken a point of damage. You are right. So, probably a bit of a intense widow's peak. Gonzo doesn't strike me as a fellow with too much hair anymore. But... notably, I think he's going to have quite distinct sideburns. Those will come into play when, especially when we get to color. But let's get some eyes in here. Brother's gotta be able to see. They're pretty unimpressive, but look at these honking eyebrows we gotta give him. not in color. He's almost kind of looking like Pat from the Best Friends. From, like, you know, two Best Friends. Angriest Pat. I'm no good at eyes like this. I've got to give characters real eyes. Honestly, it'd be easier if I just made them closed. Because he's so damn happy. Maybe that's the gimmick. Maybe dot eyes translate to closed eyes. Wow. There he is. Nice. So now easy mode. We just gotta give him his little outfit. See, I can do not just sexy hot man. I can make normal guys sometimes. This is the part where you guys go, Twiins, what do you mean? This is a sexy hot man. Sorry, I stole your joke from you. I'm sure at least one of you was running to leave it in the chat. Twiins, what do you mean? Gonzo was Super Smash. This is a zip-up sweater that he's wearing. That's awful. Who would wear this? I feel like it would be so itchy. Oh, I've got it like he's holding his belt, but his sweater is actually too low, so I'll have to change what this hand is doing. Gonna just smooch it up. Just a happy fellow, giving a good belly laugh. Oh. That's so funny, friendo, he says. In the world of things going on today on the internet, I guess the pilot for the Homestuck cartoon dropped. I think that was today. I don't know. I just watched Critter's video about it. Like, that was the thing I did right before stream. And, it doesn't seem like it's for me. You know, I drew this hand as for it to be, like, angling towards him. But I think it'd look better if he was giving, like a backwards hand, gearing up to you know, you see. You have eyes, you're good at art. you know how things happen. But yeah, I remember I tried to play read Homestuck a million years ago, because everyone was like, it's the greatest thing ever, you know, and I was like, well, I mean, you know, I like stories, let's give it a gander, and I couldn't play it, like, I couldn't figure out how to play it. He looks like the square root of Watson from Pokemon. I came into this with a little bit of Watson vibes. This close to fully giving him the peace sign like how Watson has in his artwork. The red lines for my rough sketch gives him like a blushy cute thing going on, which I might translate that into the final product if I'm being honest. What kind of pants would a fellow like Gonzo wear? Comfy pants. Look at him. He's wearing a zip-up Christmas hoodie. He's wearing loose, comfortable, damn near pajama pants. Oh, we'll make him sweatpants. Yeah. Which also means we can make the crotch looser, because that's how sweatpants work. Hell yeah! And then this is a man wearing flip-flops. Listen, he's an Australian. His catchphrase is mate. How you doing, mate? Aw, no. So he's gotta be wearing thongs, as they call it down under. AKA Flippy floppies. Yeah, I tried watching, or tried playing, reading, engaging with Homestuck a million billion years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I couldn't figure out how to play. And I think maybe it's for the best. I feel like I probably would have been really annoying. Cringe. Funnily enough. If I got to engage with it too much. Great! That went by so smoothly. Now let's do some nice line art. We can color him. Yippee! Line art. We can get rid of Renee. We don't need you right now, honey. Okay. Coloring in the man. But first we gotta do the line art. Actually, I want to make his neck a little bit bigger. So we can do that pretty easily by just anticipating the width I'm going for. There we go. Now it's a real man and not an anime girl. You ever notice that? You watching anime? You know, you watch an anime, and the girl's like, "Here I am, it's me, girl." And then she's got her shoulders, and then like the shadow from her head will be cast like all across like her shoulders and stuff, and then don't forget, of course, it's an anime, so. Well, I'm here. I'm from an anime. I'm so fucking. Oh, everyone ignore the bot. What are you doing here? There's no one for you to advertise to. You idiot. You stupid AI. You dipshit Dumbo. But I'm so tired of going to my website, Ami. It's where I check that website basically every day. See if there's any cool new figures coming out. That's how I keep track of my figures. And I'm just so fucking tired of seeing clearly underage female characters in bathing suits. In their underwear. Undressed. Not naked, but like barely clothed. I'm just so fucking, and even the adults you see on these websites with these figures, it's a full-grown woman, and it's exactly like what I just drew. You know, it's like, here I am, I'm a woman, I'm so sexual. Wow. Buy my figure. Aren't you turned on? Aren't you titillated by my figure? Don't you want to buy? I'm so fucking sick of seeing this. It's just, it's annoying. I recognize I'm not the target audience, but it's like, come on guys, must we sexualize every female character constantly? Aren't you tired of being horny all the time? That's coming from me, queen of the horny. I'm the horniest person on planet Earth, and I'm like, guys, this is too much. At least rein it in a little bit, like Jesus. But it sells, I guess, so who am I to stop some giant corporation from continuing to make a bunch of money? Genuinely, I stopped watching. There was a fellow who I won't name, but a fellow who I would watch pretty regularly. He would talk about anime figures. He would. He still does. I don't need to refer to him in like the like in the past tense. But, yeah, he would, I liked his channel, because he would basically announce what's coming out, you know, and so I wouldn't have to check out the websites, you know, every day. I could watch his videos, because that was the big thing, is he would just tell you what's coming out soon. But, one, I got frustrated because there was so rarely figures for me, as it were. I mean, so many of the figures are like what I was just bitching about, where it's you know, partially clothed women. It's rare for the, like, Kuwabara figures to come out, you know? And so it felt like it was like, why am I watching this if it's just showing me all the figures that, you know, I don't care about? But also, I found it annoying how he went about his channel, because, so, you know, he talks about the figures that are coming out in the not-too-distant future, and he gives his thoughts on them, and he would regularly talk about how he worries that his videos are too long, you know, trying to be more succinct, kind of a thing. And it's like, well, brother, the reason why your videos are so long is because, one, you're just describing the figure. You've got it on screen. You've got the web page for it open. You don't need to describe what the figure looks like. We can see it, brother. But also, like, I don't want to hear you vaguely talk around how horny every figure makes you. Calling them voluptuous and such, it's like, bro. I don't need your play-by-play on how her titties hanging is visually appealing to you, or whatever the fuck. I just wanted you to be like, hey, this figure's coming out, it's gonna cost this much. And it's like, wowly wow, thanks for the fun info. So, I don't know. Hope it makes it work out, I guess. You know, I wish no ill upon him. The content just wasn't for me, which is a bummer, because since his videos were so long, it was something nice to listen to while I did art. But, it is what it is. The oingas are very boinga-y. If he described it that way, I would have been less annoyed. And here we got a new figure. This one's from Fate's Day Night. And her oingas are boinging all over. File save. Gotta let you know. I see that so often on, like, other people's, like, art streams and stuff. You guys actually don't, you know, you seem to, you know, have faith in me to save my work. But I do see other art streamers deal with, make sure you save. Did you save? Control S. You should save. And it's like, they know, honey. They know. You're swell. You're a doll. They do know, though. They Oh my gosh, Plant Doug, he's already here, Dill Pickle. So, since you've requested a second Plant Doug, we'll grab, Roseberry. How about that? Crap, I'm blind. He's already here. There he is. Yeah. I'll just... There you go. Congratulations. Thanks for being here, though. I appreciate it. I feel like I was gonna say something. I got wombo comboed by Plant Doug. Distracting me. Oh, Project Sakai. Is everyone ready to talk about Project Sakai for a long time? You want me to talk about Project Sakai? Because it's the anniversary! And so I've got a lot to talk about. Hang on, I need water. Okay, so, if you follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky, you may have noticed that I tweeted out, so I'm collecting Bloom Festival cards. It's a special type of card. That's all you really need to know. I'm collecting them. And the only one, I'm collecting them for the kids, not the Vocaloids. If I get a Vocaloid, you know, I'm not gonna be mad about it. But I'm specifically pulling for the kids' Bloom Festival cards. And the only one that was available, they only show up at, like, special occasions. So, like, New Year's and the anniversary. Yes! Did you see it? What did you see? Thank you! Did you see the fun new GIF I made? What a bummer it didn't play a sound. Thank you. Thank you, Triax. Wow! And so many gifted subs as well. What a sweetie pie. Everyone say thank you. Thank you, Triax. Thank you, Triax. It's great to see you here. I've seen you every single month when I make the Patreon list for a video. I wonder if you guys know that I have to do that manually every time. Like, I have to copy and paste. And so I get to know some of your guys' names pretty well. and Triax is one that I always remember you. So, thanks a million. I really appreciate it. What a sweetie pie. And now this all means you all can spam the emotes that I've got. I like seeing the names that are lurkers, like Magic Mist. I see you lurking. What was I saying? Oh, Project Sekai. No problem, it's been a journey. Well, I certainly hoped that it's been a good one. That's all we can really ask, isn't it? I got so many frogs in my throat. I'm not crying, I promise. Dang, you trying to overthrow me. Quite sick today, damn. That's alright. I will help cure you with the dulcet tones of my crunchy voice. I think you would like Gonzo. You strike me as the kind of person who would like a fellow like Gonzo. That's all I can say about that. I'm so powerful now. Yay, now I get to color. Yippee! Yeah, Project Sekai. Yeah, okay, I remember. So I'm collecting the Blooming Fest cards, which is very fun. And the only one that I could get this time around was Rui. Rui's Blooming Festival card. Okay, great. And so I needed to spark for it, which means I did 200 pulls. And 100? 200? 200 pulls without getting the card. And that's okay, because if there's anything I learned from Kaiji, it's that you do not gamble unless you know you can win. So I knew that I had enough crystals saved up, in order to do that, if I had to. Color. But here's the thing. Okay, so I got a bunch of new cards though, which is fun. I got a good handful of dupes as well, which is also good because you can use those to upgrade cards, which is how you get like hair and stuff, which is good. But I'm a fool and an idiot. If you pay attention to the picture I posted about all the cards that I pulled, one of them is an old Rui card that I chose. It was like you get access to some other Rui cards. Or some other cards. These, like, Colorful Festival, which was the special thing, but just of previous years, basically. And I was like, oh, cool, Rui's has a nice outfit, I'll choose that. Forgetting completely that the whole reason I was pulling anyway was for Rui in the first place. No, the kids aren't bald. Great question. No, it's for extra hair, like optional hair. New hairstyles. You're a silly Willis. I'm gonna do something with his skin tone. I'm gonna imply a tan, cause his paws are white. But we're pulling from his his nose color here for this pretty orange skin tone, which actually we might. Just make it a little less orange, and there we go. A little bit more of a real skin color there. Okay, great. But yeah, I'm going to make his hands and feet more pale to imply a cool little tan that he's got going on. Isn't that fun? Thanks for the gift sub, and then all the emotes right under it. This is an opportunity I can... Okay, so, in the world of Twiins Inc., What's happened? Oh, I've got a weird brush. In the world of Twiins Inc., you all know that I'm getting quite close to... getting to 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. What a fascinating emote I've just unlocked. Wow. There you go, I unlocked that. That's me sucking up all of you guys. I'm eating you. Take that, losers. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting really close to getting to 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I want to do a Q&A. Now here's the question. How do we want to do the Q&A? Do you want me to just, like, kind of be like, hey guys, reply to this video with your Q's, and also you can tweet at me, and then we can read them on stream. That's what I'm thinking. But I want to know if that sounds dumb and bad to you guys. There's gonna be a lot of gradients happening with Gonzo. So be prepared for that. We're starting with his hair color, which actually I might make a unique layer. Yeah, I'm going to. Because we've got a lot of gradients already going on here. And his eyebrows will actually be white, like how they are over there. And his beard, mustache, is darker, but with a gradient to this white gray in the center. A man. Okay, great. And then let's color in his eyebrows. Good. Okay. And now we select layer. Okay. And so now we also get this part that has grayed up top. However, this is where things get a little exciting. He's got these really clearly vibrant ears. And I'm gonna make that his sideburns. Is that too much? There's a lot going on. Is that too much? There's a lot going on. Let me color in his mouth so that it's a little bit more... We kind of see what we're working with here. I don't think it's too much. I think that's swell. Yippee! I had that idea, like, 3 weeks ago or something. I was like, how do I do those ears? And then I was like, oh, sideburns. I think I do want them to be a little bit darker, though. So here, let me select the hair again and kind of go over them. Yeah. Less bubblegum pink and a little bit more natural pink. This implies that when he was a younger man, his hair used to be pink, I think. I think that's what we're getting at here. This is a fellow who is a natural pink hair boy. Yippee! And now we can just color the rest of him in. Oh, just because the background color is really similar to the shade of your pants. Okay. We gotta go with like a purpley background color. So we can see what we're doing here. I do think the line art is probably not closed on his clothes. Also, I'm still super duper fucking great. What's wrong with me? Make the background more saturated. You nematode? You're right, I'm sorry, jeez. There we go. Now we can actually color in the man. Maybe. Hang on. There we fucking go. I like that headcanon. I do too. I think we need more pink-haired cool guys in the things. Girls with green hair and boys with pink hair. Don't let your dreams be dreams. And also, you've got to be the change you want to see in the world. So I guess this is a personal quest. I gotta draw more guys with pink hair, girls with green hair. No one else is gonna do it. Okay, so, and now we've got a lot of layers for Gonzo, but it's just because he's shockingly complicated. I see it! I see the gap in his shirt, at least one of them. My line art's never clean. Okay, good. Great. But yeah, I wanted the clothes to also be on their own layer, just to make the pattern on it easier to do. Because patterns are hard. Oh, I just realized his shirt has deer on it. Having a shirt with an animal print is really weird in this universe. You know, I hadn't considered that. I guess, one of my coworkers today had, like, OJ, or maybe it was somebody else. There's plenty of, like, shirts with people on it. Maybe I'm just not smart at recognizing popular people. But yeah, you know, so maybe it's just kind of like that. It's the Mariah Carey of the Animal Crossing universe that he's got on his sweater. For question video, yeah, leave questions on comments and Blue Sky, etc. But maybe have some pre-made / common questions. Oh, well, I don't know what a common question would be. It's been so long since I did the last Q&A. I don't even know who would even, like, I don't know who still cares. There's a part of me that wonders how many people are just gonna ask about Ruby. And it's like, I don't know, man. You're barking up the wrong tree. But, yeah, I don't know what common questions there could be. I'll probably also, like, kind of give first billing to patrons. You all get, you know, basically first dibs on questions and stuff. Who? Yeah, I said OJ, and then I'm like, you know, I don't think it was OJ. But I don't know who else it was, because it was someone I walked by, you know? Probably more like Tupac is what I should have said. Or is Messiah reacting to C2's my favorite green-haired lady? Oh, from Code Geass? You know, she does have a really cool design. Clamp did the character design for Code Geass, which is, quite frankly, the only real reason to watch Code Geass, I think. Especially, like, why do that when you could watch, Purple Eyes' crazy abridged version. Awesome. Great. And now we just erase out of here the art. Wow. You know, my diamonds are ugly. Used to have a short-sleeved hoodie with Marilyn Monroe's face all over it. Wore it all the time. See? Totally normal to wear other people's faces. But you aren't wrong. It is kind of weird. It's like how I've got weird hiccups. Hang on. It's like how you can catch the octopi in the ocean, but you can have octopus villagers. You can also catch a frog. And that's been in the game for a long time. It's an ugly diamond right there. Well, it is what it is. Face reveal when. Y'all can see my face, parentheses, obscured. If I ever get popular enough to do a con, and I get to have a panel. And there you go. And I'd be wearing a mask. Yeah, okay, and now it's a deer, so it's like a deer with antlers that go all the way up. And then there's like deer, like a deer here. I think he's got a body, deer body. I think he's got legs. A deer leg. And the legs go all the way down. Cool. And then you do the same thing on the other side. A deer. And he's got like antlers. And a little deer body. Legs. And there's an ugly sweater. I think face reveals are fun in concept, but in essence, it really just, I don't know, it ruins the mystique of a faceless entity, doesn't it? I get to look however you want me to look. But if I reveal my face, oh, suddenly you know, oh, that's what Twiins looks like. Ew. Ew, that's not an anime. I made Gonzo. Yippee. What a cute guy. Hang on, I just fucked around with his whole sweater layer. Okay. I was looking for little Gonzo over here. It's Gonzo. My man. He's so fucking happy. I'm really happy with how he turned out. He's got so much personality. Short little guy. Real. There it is. The end energy. Exactly. I think the best face reveal I've ever seen was The Odd Ones Out. Cause it was just like a Q&A video he was doing. And one of the questions, like, was face reveal when? And he's like, listen, if I'm gonna do a face reveal, it's a really personal thing. So I'll just do that in my own time, if I choose to do that. And then it cuts to him, IRL, going, okay? And he was in the dark, and it was like, oh shit, there he is. And then he didn't make a huge deal out of it. He was just like, oh, here I am. Anyway. And it was nice. Versus... I don't even remember what that boy's name is. that white boy. Dream! Dream had a huge fucking... It was like a quinceañera levels of oh, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And it's like, and listen, and that's not to shit on quinceañeras. It's like, that's a big deal. But this was just a boy showing his face online. A white boy who kind of looks like Shane Dawson. It was so cringe. I don't know if that kid is still doing stuff. I don't really care. Is he still a YouTuber? Is he still cheating at Minecraft speedruns? I don't know. I just don't know. That white boy. Oh, I think she's talking about Dream. That's all he was. just a white boy. Nothing big to do about it. You mean you don't look like a fallen angel with white hair and red eyes, IRL? Illusion shattered. I think what I would want to do... Oh, what's this? Man's fashion sense is atrocious. Wear colors that go with hot pink, idiot. He wants to be comfy. I think if I were to become in public by like going to a con or something, I would wear a wig. I would wear a cool anime wig so that I still have my white hair. You'll never know what my real hair color is. Ho he ho he ho. Parentheses. I've drawn myself for videos before. But yeah, I would want to wear like a wig. I would basically cosplay as myself. I would also, I think it'd be cool to wear cool red sunglasses. You can get red contacts, like eye contacts. But I think But I think contacts would be, sorry for clearing my throat so grossly and constantly. You know how it be. Anyway, you can get contacts, but I worry that they would be, they would bother my eyes. Yeah, we're getting the shape of her body, and then we're gonna get the rest of her body. Don't worry. She's doing it cute. She's posing for us. She's like, I'm a model. Look at me. Okay, great. So yeah, red sunglasses I think would be nifty. Kind of like the White Rabbit in the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Ballet. That's the second time I've mentioned this ballet. You all must watch it now. You have to watch the ballet. I've mentioned it twice on stream, so it's the rule. A big girl. This is fun. I don't draw too many overweight characters too often. It's got a lot of nice shapes going on in here. That's pretty cool though. Twiins would cosplay as herself and people go, who do you look a lot like her, yeah. Yeah, people would stop me and be like, who are you cosplaying as? It's me. Knowing that human Twiins is blonde in some of her vids, I'm guessing she's a redhead because the blonde hair is just to throw us off. Now I gotta fix the head. The head's a little tiny, a little teeny weeny for how much woman we got going on here. Yeah, that arm is too long. I do that so often. Do. Okay, there we go. Or worse, you don't look like her, yeah. The voice is off, yeah. You're trying too hard to sound like a little boy. She makes it sound much more natural. Alright. Not too bad. If and I do say so myself. I had to lean forward, make sure I got a good look at her head. I'm still a little bit worried it's kind of small, but I don't want to give her like a giganto head. Let's do this. There we go. Now she feels proportionate. Alright. I asked someone one time what they were cosplaying as, and they said it was an OC. I really thought they were cosplaying as Arthur, though. You mean as you're walking down the street? That one? Fucking punching DW, Arthur the Aardvark. I've got a cool idea for Opal's hair. I had this, I was like, I need to figure out what I'm doing, because how do you do elephant? And I had a cool idea, so let me scoot her a little bit out of the way here. So, because she's got this, like, blunt bang situation, but then what? How do we get these elephant ears? And here's my idea. So, she's got her blunt bangs. And then, to get the shape of these elephant ears, hair loopies. Or actually, do I want braids or just want them to be like loops though? I think I want braids. Yeah. So now it's got the shape of her ears. I'm so brilliant. Twins shows up to a twins look-alike contest and gets 11. That I feel like that happens all the time. People are always joining look-alike contests for like themselves and not winning, and I think that's so funny. She's gotta have a bit of a longer nose, surely. A bit of an upward one, since that's how the elephant noses go. If memory serves correctly, she also actually kind of smiles to one side. A bit of a smirk. So, we'll make sure that sticks. And also, I mean, she's an elephant. Might as well have fun with some big gauge earrings. So now not only do the loopies give us that, like, nice silhouette, but also they, like, frame her ears, bringing attention to her cool ear accoutrement and putting more emphasis on her ears. I'm brilliant. No one else will ever be as good at character design than I am. And so humble. And then, in the back, I think her piggy tails come together. Like her hair loopies into, like a ponytail deal. This is some of the most exciting hair I've ever drawn. I love that hairstyle, thank you. Here's the tip. Just fuck it up. Just fuck up the hair. Just do what Pokemon do, and just do whatever. Have hair that does what it shouldn't. Who cares? It's your art. And she's got kind of teardrop-shaped eyes, but they're half-lidded. Hell yeah! Let's give her some thick eyebrows. It's the girl. And now, it's a pretty easy outfit from here on. Well, actually, I kind of don't know what I'm doing with her pants. We'll figure that out. But, we got an easy peasy t-shirt to start things off. Just fuck it up. Just do it. If it ends up being like too much, like you overdo it, great, you can reel back in. The eraser tool is right there. Yeah, it's kind of like right here-ish. Her shirt is tied up into. And yeah, it's a t-shirt. Goes down decently far. I want to finish today, but I'm running out of time. running out of daylight. Gotta play more Project Sekai. I'm just having a grand old time. What can I say? I like doing art. I do think it's kind of hilarious that it's like, bitch, you chose. You decided to do an art stream in the week where Project Sekai updated. You decided this. You're so busy this month. Why did you do this? And it's like, I don't know. I felt like I should've. Felt like it'd been too long. I am the anti-twins. I'm the worst at character design. Okay. I gotta, like, accommodate for her clothes. Pants. Right there. Yeah. So you get a bit of a muffin top thing going on. Knuckles, and then her fingies. Nice art. Can't stay too long because you got school tomorrow. That's okay. Welcome. I already did Gonzo. What a happy guy. And now we're doing Opal. But I am having fun. That's the thing. There's just not enough time in the day. If only I didn't have to waste so much time at work. I'm feeling leggings. Yeah. Like cute, colorful leggings. I feel like leggings have lost their true, like, superpower popularity that they had for a while there. Obviously, you know, plenty of people still wear them. But, they were like the main pants option for a bit there. Let's give her, what kind of shoes? What kind of a shoe does an elephant wear, huh? Large and in charge. Chunky yet funky. I think a cute boot. Ooh, yeah. Cute boot. Bounces the rest of the outfit really good. Easy to draw. Nice! Yippee! Yahoo! What a gal. What a gal. Yippee. Now, clean line art, and then the fun part, which is coloring. Did I shade Gonzo? Have I shaded any of them? I did not shade Gonzo. Have I been shading them? I have. Alright, fam, I gotta be honest. I'm not finishing today. I've got 30 more minutes. So we might end up doing one final stream together where we shade these two, and then... I don't know, fuck around, I guess. Wish you could wear more leggings, but they're uncomfortable. Dang. I've never been much one for leggings, but it's because I am kind of picky about my silhouette. I don't like skinny jeans for the same reason. So if I wear leggings, I want to wear flared leggings. But they're just not that useful. Also, I don't know, they often don't have pockets. I've got to carry a bunch of shit, you know? So, leggings just don't work out for me. They are comfy, though. I do work out in leggings, so at least there's that. Oh, I didn't even, like, finish this section. figure out how the hair connects to the ear. That's something important you gotta remember. You know, back in old anime, everyone had, like, you know, there's a guy, and there's his hair, you know, and then here's his ear, and everyone had these, like, side lock things, and then you figure out that you gotta figure out what is connecting the hair there. Even if you don't have sideburns, pay attention, like, look at yourself, and you'll see that there is a little bit of hair, kind of framing the ear. And it's important to remember that when drawing your characters. Did anyone else have a Snuggie? I think I had a Snuggie. And you know what? They're not that efficient. They are, you know, it's a blanket, but with sleeves. But, like, walking around with them is not efficient. And so if, like, you had to get up because you need to, like, go get your drink or something. Like, you either, like, have to awkwardly kind of famble around with your Snuggie. Or you have to abandon it and be subjected to the cold world on the outside. They just weren't all that... in a world where it's like, I can just wear a robe. It was a fun novelty, but objectively just not a necessary accessory? Article of clothing? I'm gonna add the braid lines. Some subtle braid lines. Nice. Okay. No, that's not how gauges work. Okay. Sorry, I forgot. Had to draw it wrong, so I knew what I was doing. Did you know Magical Girl Raising Project is getting a second season? I didn't know! That's so exciting. That's one of my still more popular videos, is ranking their designs. I'd love to have more Raising Project to discuss. I like it a lot in concept, but I couldn't, like, I'm not much of a reader. I'm a slow reader, so I'm not really one for light novels. But I liked the character designs, so that's swell news. Sounds like a fun idea, but not practical in reality. I think it's better for if you're not actually all that cold. I think that's the thing. The Snuggie is at its most efficient in a world where you don't really need a blanket, but you kind of want one. But if you're actually just trying to use it for warmth, that's where it truly sees its folly. And it was cold growing up. It was damn cold. So, yeah, Snuggies didn't always get the job done. I'm so glad that I'm an adult now, and I don't need to fucking battle with my dad over the thermostat. Because, oh, he's so hot. Yeah, well, bitch, everyone else is cold. Like, Jesus. Yeah, be a man. Grow a pair. Oh, you're so hot? Take off your blankets. I don't know what to tell you. Just... Everyone else is freezing to death, and you're the only one that gets to be happy. And now I'm an adult. I don't need to deal with that. I just live with another person, parentheses, Allison, who's also a smart, reasonable character who knows how that we are fucking cold. She's cold too, and so it's like, oh, cool, we're so cold. Let's turn up the heater. Or, oh man, it's so hot. We don't have AC, but let's turn on a fan. You know. Oof. Just put on a jacket. I don't want to wear a jacket inside though. I'm trying to relax, to be comfy. Jackets are for outside. At best, a hoodie. You can wear a hoodie if you're cold inside. But not a jacket. It ruins the vibes. Can't lounge in a jacket. My shoulder hurts. When cold, grab the nearest person and steal their warmth. I would have loved it if I could have done that, but nobody wants to touch me. Grew up in a household where no one was particularly touchy, and Allison hates contact, so I crave touch. I crave contact so much. You all don't even know, and not even like in a sexual way. Like, I just want to touch people. And you don't get to. In real life, this sucks. You walk around your whole day being respectfully at a distance from people. That's stupid. That's dumb. I want to touch people, and I just never get to. And there is no one for me to touch, and this is bogus. Send tweet. I was saying putting on a jacket to an alternative to people having Snuggies, but you could just have a robe. That's the problem, really, is that a Snuggie is just a robe that you're wearing backwards. It's like, oh no, but a robe doesn't keep you warm on the front. Yes, it does. Just close it. As kids, a few of us shared a bed. One of my siblings was like a literal furnace when they slept. It was awful, and we still joke about it as adults. You know, that is true. The idea of sharing a bed with someone sounds fun. You know? It's like, oh boy, you get it. You will be there in case a monster attacks. Hell yeah. And otherwise, like theoretically, this will be swell. It's just like a slumber party. In practice, it's actually super cumbersome. I remember we were going to a family member's wedding. And, it was one of Allison's family members, but I was invited. And so, we get to Allison's old house. And we were both super tired, because we had done, like, a bunch of packing. And then we had to get up early, and then we drove for a long time. And we were like, this is so exciting. I was so excited for the wedding. That's tomorrow. Yeah. And then it was like noon, and we fell asleep. And we conked out, on the bed. And the problem is that Allison got cold. And was trying to, like, snuggle for warmth because she was cold. But all that did was she actually just ended up pushing me to the edge of the bed, so here I am, unable to sleep. Being like, oh golly, I sure wish I could turn around. And here's Allison, all chilly, being like, brr. And then there's the rest of the bed. And then she also kept kicking me. Well, she was trying not to. She like, in her sleep, she'd pick up her leg and, like, plonk it on top of my leg. And I'd be like, okay. And then she'd wake up and be like, Self, you're being rude. Stop kicking twins. And then she just kept doing it. So yeah. Sharing a bed, not actually that interesting. Alrighty. I'm running out of time. I gotta be honest. So, I think I can color her in next time. And also, we can shade the two of them. Because I failed to do that. Because I totally forgot that was a step of the art. I'm the one who's an hour late. I'm sorry, EO. We're wrapping up today. I've done the line art for Opal. And I've done most of Gonzo. But yeah. I'm out of time. So that's gotta be it for today. So, but don't worry. Friday we are going to, play what's it called? Little Goody Two Shoes. Continues to kick in Sundari mode. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Make smart choices. Drink plenty of water. And that's gonna be it. Adios. Adios. Good night. Be good enough.